everyone, we're going to find the values of sine of 2 alpha, tan of 2 alpha, also sine of 3 alpha minus cosine of 3 alpha, given that sine of alpha plus cosine of alpha equals 1/2. So to get sine of 2 alpha, and by the way, we're not using sum and difference formula. We're basically using a double angle formula and some identities that I have posted. So we'll look at those in a minute. So let's look at this first. And if we square both sides, so if I take sine of alpha plus cosine of alpha equals 1 divided by 2. And if I square both sides, I'm going to get, this is your perfect square trinomial, so you get sine squared of alpha, and you're going to have plus 2ab, so that's going to be plus 2 sine of alpha cosine of alpha. And then when you square this, you get cosine squared alpha. So I left some room so I could rearrange this, because we know that sine squared of alpha plus cosine squared of alpha equals 1. So I just rearranged it. And then we have plus 1 equals 1/4. All right. So now we have 1 plus 2 sine of alpha cosine of alpha equals 1/4. Now what I'm going to do is subtract 1 from both sides. I'm going to do that right here to save some room. And then I also know from my double angle that sine of 2 sine of alpha cosine of alpha is sine of 2 alpha. And 1/4 minus 1 is negative 3/4. So we already did our first problem there. All right. Now that we have that, everything else is going to fall into place. We know that tan of 2 alpha equals sine of 2 alpha divided by cosine of 2 alpha. So we need to find cosine of 2 alpha. So I'm going to use my Pythagorean identity and have sine squared of 2 alpha plus cosine squared of 2 alpha equals 1. That means we have cosine squared of 2 alpha equals 1 minus sine squared of alpha. And then using substitution, this is going to equal 1 minus my sine. So that's going to be negative 3/4 squared. And that equals 7 divided by 16. All right. Therefore, we have, that's cosine squared. So cosine squared of 2 alpha equals 7 divided by 16. Therefore, as you square root both sides, you get plus and minus, and this is going to equal plus or minus square root of 7 divided by 4. Now, let's try to do our tan of 2 alpha here. So tan of 2 alpha equals sine of 2 alpha, which is negative 3/4, divided by plus or minus square root of 7 divided by 4, given here. So what happens is the 4's cancel, and you're going to get tan of 2 alpha equals minus plus 3 divided by square root of 7. If you rationalize the denominator, that would equal minus plus 3 square root of 7 divided by 7. So there's that answer. So we've gotten 2 answers so far. All right, now we're going to look, and we also know what cosine of is as well. So we also want to know what that one is. Where is that one? It's right here. Right here. So we need to know all three of these when we do this one. I'll write them down again. So now let's do the last set. All right, so for the last set, I'm going to use these trigonomic identities given here. I've already proved these on two separate videos if you want to take a look at those. But basically, I'm just going to write this equals 3 sine of alpha minus 4 sine cubed of alpha minus 4 cosine cubed of alpha minus 3 cosine of alpha. Now what I'm going to do is group my linear terms here together, and I'm going to group my cubic terms together. So, and also my linear terms both have a 3. So I'm going to factor out a 3. I'm going to get sine of alpha plus cosine of alpha minus 4 sine cubed of alpha plus cosine cubed of alpha. All right, now that we have that, we're going to rewrite this. Okay, and that is based off this identity, which I also did a video on. So basically what we're going to get, I'm going to rewrite what we have this way. So I'm going to have the first part we're just going to keep together. So sine, 3 times sine of alpha plus cosine of alpha. So that we don't change yet. All right, then we have minus 4. And now I'm going to write this. Sine of alpha plus cosine of alpha cubed. And then we have this minus part. That's going to be, and we'll stick it down here, minus 3 sine of alpha cosine of alpha times sine of alpha plus cosine of alpha. And then the brackets, because we're multiplying everything through by 4. All right, using substitution now, we have 3 times sine of alpha is 1/2. This equals 1/2, right? So just times 1/2 minus 4. Again, this equals 1/2. So we're going to write 1/2 cubed. Then we have minus 3. And then we have sine of alpha, cosine of alpha. So that's going to be 3 times negative 3/8 for that one. And then this one's going to be, this one right here is going to be 1/2 again. All right, let's see what we're going to get. So this is going to be 3/2 minus 4 times 1/8. And this is going to be plus, let's see, 9/16. All right. So that's going to be 3/2 minus 4/8 minus 36/16. So if we let our common denominator be 16, you can simplify now or earlier. Let's just let our common denominator be 16. We're going to get 16, and then we'll have 24 minus 44. And this is going to equal negative 20 divided by 16, which equals negative 5 divided by 4. And that is your final answer. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.